The Amazing Spider-Man Legacy number 970, or issue 6 of this run. If you think there's an art change, there is. John Romita Jr. is back on this series. It starts off with Peter saying he's been happy lately while he's in Manhattan. These guys have kidnapped a senator and Spider-Man stops them, with Spider-Man saying, "Thanks for my crime appetizer, my crapatizer as it were." Earlier at Rand Enterprises, he has a talk with his boss, and she's asking him to step in as a leader while she's away. When he asks why not Brian, well, then he does an impression of the clicker from Last of Us, and he's like, oh, I get it. Peter has a short talk with Tombstone here. Tombstone's telling him that some trouble has come and they don't know who it is yet, but Spider-Man should be able to handle it, with Brian thinking he's part of the mob. So Spider-Man goes on a stakeout and Black Cat visits him, and she asks him about Shay. So earlier in Midtown, him and Shay had a talk where Shay tells him, I'm pretty sure you're seeing other women, and tells him that they aren't exclusive. Black Cat asks him if he wants to fool around, and Spider-Man seemingly says yes. Earlier at the Feast main office, while Peter and Aunt May were talking, Aunt May's friend Ricardo brought over salad, then asked Peter if he feels any better after being high as a kite, which upsets Aunt May a little bit. In the present, Black Cat and Spider-Man found a Queen's Cola truck. You know, the drug stuff from Hobgoblin. Earlier at Oscorp, he's asking his corporate lawyers to connect the dots between Kingsley and his schemes, so he can get locked up. Norman talks about his assassination attempt. Remember back in issue 1? I almost did until now. The cyborg guy. And expects that whoever's after him has resources and is very, very smart. Peter leaves him and saying, careful around all those lawyers, they bite. To which Norman says, heh, so do I. We're back at the present again, and Black Cat and Spider-Man seem to have a lead, but then hear a voice saying greetings. That voice belonged to Hellgate of all people. I'd say this issue is pretty fine. I'm just not used to John Romita Jr.'s art. Sometimes it hits for me, sometimes it's like not so good to me, but for the most part it's good.